Yeah. You got a star. Beware of Bouldergeist. Ghostly Garden Galaxy. Or Ghostly Graveyard. Sorry. A new chapter's been added to the storybook. Whoa. Isn't that crazy? I kind of want to see about this one green star. Oh, there's the... We can do the thing that's like doing that boss while we're one-shottable the whole time. I wouldn't mind finding this green star. Like, I really hope I don't have to Google it to find that green star. I have 100% of this game twice as a kid. And if I recall, the green star should be somewhere underneath Bowie Base Galaxy. Like somewhere in the waters underneath. If I recall. I'm not 100% certain. But I'm decently certain at least. So, I mean, let's go do this Daredevil run. Music's all frantic. Show me the good songs? Well, here's like the totally best one ever. It's not really that much of a jammer to listen to, but it does fit for like a frantic battle theme, I guess. You again? I thought you already killed me. But now we're back and we're one-shottable. And we did take a hit last time, so this time we just have to like not take a hit. Easy peasy. Is all we gotta do. We just gotta not be boosted. Neat, well, give me another thing. Do it again. Can I take these out with... Oh, I can. That's helpful, isn't it? Okay, well, goodbye to those rocks. No more rocks for you. Stop that mineralogy hobby of yours. You're not allowed to pursue it. You gotta focus on your other studies. Let me tell you. And then we do this. Well, bam. Okay, well, there's phase 1 done. Now it's time for phase 2, where he has freaking fists of steel, I mean rock. Oh, he's pissed now. Look, now I have grabby hands. All the better to slap the freaking McShit out of you. Sorry. Okay, let's grab them star bits. Sometimes I just can't help myself. Okay, yeah, we'll grab that one, explodey boost, see if we can avoid the hands unless you do that. Which is a little bit unfortunate when you do. Alrighty, please be 2 boos. That is not 2 boos. Oh, that is 2 boos, actually. Thanks. Dang it. Okay. Did that not... It vaporized the boo! Yeah, let's just not. All the better to slap you with. Yeah, I'm more upset by Fire Emblem 1 than this, to be honest. Yeah, I can see that. Also, when I was picking up Age of Calamity at EB Games, I asked them about Fire Emblem, and they were like, no, we don't even have it in our system. And I was like, oh, okay, I thought you would. But apparently they don't. Oi! Come on. Dang it! Hold on, I'll read the rest of that in a hot second. I know there's more to that. Bam. But yeah, it's so strange to be like, hey, this has been a thing for like a very long time, but we're only now localizing it for the first time, but it's gonna be a limited release. Like, Nintendo has been making very questionable business decisions for the past while. But yeah, it's not full price, but 3D All-Stars gets you 3 games, whereas every one is a single game. It's already on Switch Switch Online. It has a DS remake that's objectively better in every way. Yeah, I've only played a little bit of Shadow Dragon myself, but yeah, I can definitely see how that can, you know, just be better in every way than the original Fire Emblem 1. Like, it's cool that it got localized, but I think it was you who mentioned it, Lancer, where I think, like, the whole Fire Emblem community just kind of agrees that the first one's, like, the worst one. So, like, if they were gonna localize something, at least localize, like, Fire Emblem 6, like, Binding Blade or something like that, like Roy's Journey. Like, that'd be so cool. I'd totally pick that up for my Switch. Heck yeah, I've wanted to play it for a long time now. And I will do it on stream eventually. There are fan translations of it, luckily. So I will be playing it on stream eventually. Eventually, I want to cover, like, the whole Game Boy Advance trilogy of Fire Emblem games, because they're freaking darn good. Let me tell you. The 3DS Fire Emblem games and the Game Boy Advance Fire Emblem games. That's my jam right there. That is where it's at for me. We'll pick Genealogy of the Holy War to localize first myself. For me, it's Fire Emblem 6. I don't know much about Genealogy of the Holy War. I know that it's another one of those in-depth ones that has, like, the time skip and all that fun stuff. But, freaking Fire Emblem 7, The Blazing Sword, was my first ever Fire Emblem game that I played, and I wound up really enjoying it, quite frankly. And yeah, it's weird that the story after it, the thing that it was a prequel to, isn't, you know, localized. rather strange. It's so strange how the very first international Fire Emblem game was the one that served as, like, the prequel to the game before it. And the game before it never got, you know, localized. How do I dive? I've honestly forgotten. Ground pound, I guess. So then, I assume it's, like, by this pipe or something like that. When it comes to that green star. I don't know, I haven't done Mario Galaxy stuff in a long time, but if I recall, I'm fairly certain the green star is somewhere by, like, the bottom of this or something. So if I had to guess, it's probably going to be like this pipe. Can't relate because you're bad at strategy games, and therefore they aren't fun for you. Oh, look, I was right. Cool. Strategy games are super fun to me. Except maybe 3 houses after I've played it 2.5 times, and I have literally 236 episodes of that on my YouTube channel, all typically over an hour. And that thing is currently in playthrough purgatory, because I haven't continued it in like 3,000 years, and I don't know when I'm going to be continuing it. Maybe during winter break or something like that, to try to ham it out and get it done with, and then be like, okay, time to never touch 3 houses again. Just get it done with and out of the way. I guess having nearly 300 hours in a game will do that to you. So, yeah, that series isn't done yet. Like, if I pause this temporarily, like, after how many times I've hopped into it, you'd think it'd be done by now. But it's not. I've streamed it like 55 times, 54 times. I think when I checked, I was at 54 separate days that I streamed it on. And if I find the thing here, display capture 2, yeah, let's see here. So I have 231 videos of Fire Emblem 3 Houses on my channel. So scroll down to like the 100 and it loads more, scroll down to another 100 and it loads more. We are currently at the sad boyo times of freaking the Golden Deer route. So, yeah, the first playthrough was 60 parts, and that took a couple months. The second playthrough was 105 parts, because I took much more of my time with it and tried to, like, optimize my team and stuff like that. And what really sucks about this 105 part freaking playthrough is it's in playthrough, like, it's not in playthrough purgatory. It's in freaking, like, save file purgatory. I can never load up that save file again, because the game asked me if I wanted to save right before the credits. So naturally, I was like, okay, I'll save. So now every time I load up that save file, it just plays the credits. So this freaking over 100-hour save file, that is 105 parts on YouTube that each average over an hour long, I literally can't ever load up that save file again. It just plays the credits because Fire Emblem 3 Houses is a perfectly designed game. And then for a couple days, we did like the Ash and Wolves DLC thing, which was actually really cool. And then starting at part 176, we did it from like April to July. And I recently added this note of like resuming soon-ish question mark. And then we'll like resume from like whatever date that starts with. I'm so glad I timestamped my freaking playlist and stuff like that. So yeah, we are currently at 226 episodes, which is more than I have for any other game. And that rivals series is even like Assassin's Creed, which is a series of like every single game in the series that we're working towards, and we're going to be resuming with AC4 relatively soon. This rivals even that, and that's across like 8 or something different games we're at now, if you include the spin-offs or something like that. So like, you know, I would like to wrap this up at some point. I did mean to do like the 4th playthrough, but like, honestly, I might just wrap up the 3rd and then call it there and be like, yep, time to never touch this game again. Because whoo boy, am I pooped of Fire Emblem 3 Houses. So as I was mentioning like earlier this stream and on some different days, my current goal for the rest of the year is to finish my current playthroughs before year's end. And on my current track, I think I can do that. So maybe between the holidays and New Year's, when I have more time, if I wrap up all my current playthroughs and there's a little bit of a span before the new year and we start new things, I might come back to Fire Emblem 3 Houses during the holiday break and just stream it like as much as I can for super long sessions if I can like feel motivated to do that, just to get it out of the way and then say, okay, 3 Houses, I'm never gonna pick you up again. Also, we're never gonna do that 4th playthrough that I was planning on. That, or we'll do it in like the far future if I for some reason really feel like playing 3 Houses again. But as it stands, I am so freaking tired of Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Like, any playthrough I start, I feel obligated to finish. But, I mean, I doubt anybody's watched through 226 episodes anyway. If anybody has, then, like, please find something better to do than watching my freaking 226 part series of Fire Emblem 3 Houses. It's not worth it, bruh. It's not. Discovered a new galaxy. We discovered the boss in the bedroom already, despite never going in there. You're also got a green power star. These stars have a special power. We call it weed. Ask the green Lumas about weed. After all, they'll transform into weed stars someday. My goodness. Well. Okay, sorry. I guess we got our first weed star in that case. But yeah, we're trying to lurk at that. Appreciate it, Cap. Sometimes you just want 200 damage crit. Exactly, and we got Dimitri to do that. But now that playthrough is freaking gone now. And hello, Josh. How's it going? You can do it. I believe in you. I appreciate it, Josh. It has been a hot while. How have things been? How have things been, friendo? Whoopity bop. It has been a hot while. How's life been? Let's see here. Thank you for helping me. I should do like a freaking stereotypical stoner voice. This is what I should do. Thank you for helping me. This is my surfer dude kind of voice. Whatever. Thank you for helping me. I'm a guardian of the trial galaxies. I mean the weed galaxies. To open the weed doorway, we will need the power of 2 others like me. Okay. So 2 more green stars we get from somewhere, and then we'll be able to do that, essentially. When I cut this up into parts for YouTube later, what if I just call this episode like the power of weed stars? What if I just wind up doing that, huh? So I guess we may as well go to the bedroom, because I don't think there's anything else I can do in any of these other ones. I've gotten all their stars apart from comments, and there's no comments right now. Super hot. While you've been doing well, how about me? I'm doing pretty alrighty. I mean, frantically managing a whole bunch of things at once. I have 2 ongoing group projects for some of my classes that I'm taking right now. Like, one of them has 4 people total, and the work is mostly me and one other person leading things along and managing things. It's a little bit difficult to coerce the others sometimes. And the other one is a group of 3, and so far, the first assignment is due in a few days, and so far, I'm the only person in our group who has added anything to it. So, I'm a little bit stressed out about group stuff that I have, but I've been enjoying video games here. I've been really enjoying Age of Calamity recently when it comes to other games. 3D All-Stars I've been hating here. Like, I'm enjoying the game itself here, like Super Mario Galaxy, but the whole 3D All-Star situation in general, I freaking hate it. But yeah, what happened to the game I was making? Yeah, the reason why you don't know that much about what happened to the game I was making, Cam, is because I kind of wound up eventually stopping speaking about it, like, ever again, after the project kind of went downhill. So when it came to that group project, which was, like, around the end of last year, things were relatively smooth sailing for a while. I was even, like, streaming the development and programming of the game for a while in some streams. But then, well, the last month of production, our music producer and our producer on the entire project vanished out of nowhere without a word for the course of like a month, and we frantically had to figure out what to do for like the music situation and use what assets he had already made and find a new producer and stuff. And the story writing guy was a freaking massive dick. So, like, if somebody has an opinion that disagrees with yours, like, or you don't think that it's right for the project, then just say, like, okay, I appreciate your ideas, I appreciate your input, but I don't feel it's right for this reason. Our freaking story writing guy, you propose anything that just slightly isn't the way that he likes, and he'll freaking reprimand you for it, and be like, this is so stupid, I'm gonna list off, like, 3 reasons why I think it's stupid and that, like, you're stupid for coming up with that idea, basically, is what our story writing guy was like. Like, he was a freaking jerk. I really didn't like him. So I kind of stopped streaming development of it. I kind of stopped talking about it on stream, and I kind of removed the playlist of all the streams from the playthrough section of my YouTube channel. I think if somebody knows what to search for, what the title of the game is, they can probably still find the VODs of it on my YouTube channel if they do, like, some real digging, but, like, I don't make it easy to access anymore. Frankly, because I'm embarrassed at how the project turned out. So, to this day, the game that I helped develop, I have not done a full playthrough of it to this day, because I'm so embarrassed at, like, how it turned out, and so, like, ashamed of our production and just everything, and it all fell apart and stuff. So, that's what happened to the game I was developing, Cam. So there's your answer about that. So, you know, I don't always have the best luck with group projects. I did meet the rest of the group though. Like the other 3 members of the group were actually like really good to work with and were always like on top of things. And for that game design group, one of the artists that we had on the group, I'm actually currently commissioning for the first thumbnail of my Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX versus Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition video essay trilogy that I'm currently working on. And currently the first and second video are done, which are story and art, and then music. And I'm soon going to start the production on the video that discusses the gameplay of both games. And yeah, it's one of the artists from the game design group who I'm currently commissioning the first thumbnail for. And so it's not done yet. I've seen like some kind of demo sketches, and let me tell you, I'm really hyped for the end product of that. Like it looks real good so far. So there's that. So I did definitely make some like connections through that. I met some genuine like really nice people, and now I'm currently commissioning one of them for a thumbnail for a future video essay. So that's cool. So be on the lookout for whenever that goes up. Whenever I'm done with like some other things and I feel comfortable uploading the first part of the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX versus Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition series, be on the lookout for that thumbnail, because I bet you it's gonna be a freaking hellish nice art, let me tell you. But yeah, anyway, sorry, I'll catch up on things here. There's a lot of design decisions in FE6 that rub you the wrong way, and FE7's first chapters are the single most boring content in a strategy RPG for FE8 because as neither of those issues. See, I've gotten through Sacred Stones like 4 or 5 times halfway through, just because I would do it on an emulator on my phone, since it's not like you can buy it legitimately anymore. I appreciate the 5 bits there, Josh. And every time something would go wrong with my emulator and I'd lose my save file, so I've played through the first half of Sacred Stones like 4 or 5 times, but never past that point, and I have no idea how it ends. And like, it's a freaking mess. But yeah, and Josh G's group stuff, it's a pain in the butt, but glad you're doing well. And well, luckily he didn't meet you. Have to whip his ass with the story writing guy. Yeah, yeah, it was not the best situation. Let's go into the free. Oh wait, I was gonna go into the bedroom over here, but I changed my mind. I forgot there's a freaking story here that we can read. Return to Candy Cadet, and maybe I will tell you a story. Oh.
Let us begin.
Let's begin, binges. I swear, one of these days, one of my family members is gonna hear me like down the hall and like open the door of my room being like, the hell are you doing in here? One of these days. Just wait. Chapter 5, Pokemon Home. The kitchen will go here, and the library will go over there, the girl said busily to herself. We'll put the gate here. And then we'll charge everyone premium fees to pass through the gate, to pay the toll. Ever since the girl took Luma under her care, she'd been bustling about at a feverish pace. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it to make a happy home and then resell it for more later. It turned out that Starbits weren't the only things buried in the ice. There were tools and furniture unlike any they had ever seen, and the girl used them to build a home. Looking at the completed house, Luma remarked, "Don't you think it's awfully big for just the 2 of us? The library, bedroom, kitchen, fountain, and gate. It was certainly spacious, but still, something seemed to be missing." "Only my father, brother, and mother were here," the girl said wistfully. Indeed, the house was too large for its 2 small residents. That night, clutching her favorite stuffed bunny close to her heart, the girl fell asleep in the starship. Always these cliffhangers. That should do it for today. Yes. Yes. But yeah, Sacred Stones is extremely dark, especially for a game that was rated E by Chapter 6. We all have giant spice feet on the flesh of children. Oh, I remember that part. I remember getting to there. Man, that was certainly something, let me tell you. And you recruit like 2 good mages in that chapter, if I recall. But yeah, when it happens, that epic fight, you'll have to be there. Whoa, hold on. Whoa. Okay, into the bedroom. Freaking where Mari's magic happens.